Hey guys, I thought I'd hit you with a quick short story. And my wife hates when I tell this story, but it kind of would help because a lot of people want to know where I got my YouTube name from. So today I'm going to talk about the first part of that name, which is Can't Stop Walking. Well, about 5 years back. No, actually, about 7 years back, I met my soon-to-be wife, and I remember on my online profile, I wrote "Love to Walk." I'll explain the rest of that another day. But just when I was about to delete the profile and about to freaking give up on online dating, I get a message from a young woman. I'll say that because she's my young woman. She says, "Well, I like to walk too," and I was so discouraged about this online dating crap that I just given up. And I said, "Well, okay, well, would you like to go walking tomorrow?" And she said yes. And we met up in, I live in Georgia, so we decided to go walk Stone Mountain, which is a whole nother story in itself. I thought I about died walking up that freaking mountain. That is unbelievably strenuous. And I wasn't acting like it, but I thought I was about to die. It was freaking hilarious to talk about it, over and over, over the years. And she said, "Well, I didn't know it because I was struggling." It was fun. But back to the story. Well, we finally, long story short, we started dating, and I brought up the fact that I always wanted to go to Las Vegas. And really not to gamble, but I always wanted to go to Vegas. And before I could finish the sentence, I could hear, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but I could hear typing in the background. And she said I booked us a couple of days in Vegas. And I was like, wow, and excited. And I remember, we flew in, and what folks don't understand about Vegas is the Strip is approximately 5 miles long. The reason why I know that is because I'm a truck driver, and right before, somewhere either before or after we met, I had walked on the Vegas Strip. So I know that kind of contradicts what I said, but what I meant when I spoke to her was I wanted to visit Vegas and spend time there. When I went before I met her, it was a couple of hours, and then I got back in my truck and I left. So, to sum that up. And that's what I learned from the cab driver, that the Vegas Strip is 5 miles long from the two winds property all the way down to where the big pyramid is. Someone help me out on the name. Luxor. I think it's the Luxor. And we flew in, and long story short, we were at the Luxor, which is all the way at the end of the Strip. So, in the way they work it really kind of strategic, where they shuffle you down one side of the road, and you shuffle you on the other side of the street, and you go through shopping centers, and you shuffle on the other side of the street, and you go through more shopping centers, and you shuffle on then you go through food places, and and casinos and stuff. They got it planned out to the T. But if you go literally, think about it. If you go walk from one end of the strip to the other, that's 5 miles. Then you walk back to the end of the strip where we were, that's another 5 miles. So total, that's 10 miles, okay? But what if you're walking in and out of, stores, looking around, walking into, Madame Tussauds wax museum, and I remember we got lost in one of the casinos, Caesar's Palace, I believe it. Then we turned around, and we went to the MGM. We walking all over that place. So when you really look at it, and I remember because they have a bus that goes up and down the strip, so you can pay to jump on the bus to get back to where your hotel, and you can actually pay. It's like a day pass. But I was like, well, how about we jump on the bus? No, I want to walk. I'm like, okay. Now, granted, at this time in my life, I was pushing 300 plus. This face wasn't like this. It was out here, okay? I'm pushing 300 plus. And I didn't have really good walking sneakers. So I didn't realize how much I'm dying here, okay? But when you add it up, walking in and out and forward and back, we literally, in 2 days, walked 32 miles. And I remember, I think it was like the first night when we got back to the hotel, we both fell out and slept the night. I just done. And I don't know which day it was, but we walked and we bought tickets to, I don't know if any of you guys know the, you've ever heard of Blue Man Group? If you haven't heard of Blue Man Group, Google them. Google them or YouTube them, like on YouTube. And listen, it's big percussions, loud rock music, and the whole 9 yards. And it was so funny when we went to Blue Man Group. I'm gonna tell you a little story within a story. The lady that we bought the tickets from asked us, did we want to be in the show? Me, I didn't know how to say no. I was like, okay. She said, okay, well, we'll come get you when it's time to do the show. So we had got the cheap seats in the balcony. And I kind of noticed, I'm looking around, there's nobody in the balcony. And, the show had started, and they started rocking, and we was having a good time, but we were the only ones in the balcony. I said, dang, I feel like cheapskate. And the usher came and got us, and, walked us down and opened up the door, and we were on the main video screen. And someone was singing, and they had like this opera suit on and singing. And now we black now, because black people know for being late to the party. They were singing, "You're late, you're late." It was hilarious. And I'm walking, I'm on the camera, put my head down. I'm like, I didn't realize it, but it was so freaking funny. But I said that to say this. When we sat down, we were center seats, third row back. And that was our new seats because we joined in on the joke and everybody was laughing. And then they continued the concert. Would you believe both of us were knocked out most of the show from all this walking? I'm talking, I was so knocked out, when I woke up, spit was coming out my mouth. And I looked at her, we were cracking up. We fly back to Georgia, and I remember the next day, I said to myself, man, my back was killing me. I thought my back was gone. And I had asked my wife, you have any not my wife, but she was my girlfriend at the time, sorry. I said, do you have any ibuprofen? And she said, yeah, she gave me 2. I said, that's not enough. And, me being a big dude, I know how much I need. And everybody know you can get 800 milligrams, because my mother was a nurse, she would give them to me. I know you ain't supposed to have that much, but I was freaking dying. And I said, no, I need 800 milligrams. And she went off on, what do you need 800 milligrams for? What are you, addicted to something? Are you addicted to that mess, ibuprofen? And we got into a big argument. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, we walked 32 miles in 2 days. And I'm yelling and screaming. And I walked outside, and I remember, one, I'm gonna have to lose some weight. 2, I'm gonna have to keep walking and get this down pat, because this woman gonna kill me. That's where I came up with that name. Can't stop walking, because I said I can't stop walking. If I do, she gonna kill me. And it's been a rolling joke, but it kind of stuck. And she hates it when I tell folks that, but it's not in a malicious manner. The reason I say that is my wife, one of her love languages ain't like the regular book stuff. When she goes walking and I go with her, that makes her day. It's something that she gets such a charge over. So lately I kind of forgot that and stopped walking. I've been doing more, focusing more on my yard work. But would you believe it? Doing my yard work, I actually, with a Fitbit, I can measure I walk 12 miles. And then my feet are swollen in the middle of the night. But it started out as a joke, but I kind of had to remind myself that's why I started walking again. I'm back on the road for a couple of days, and I've been getting out walking. And I got to start. Like, my wife, she do 4 or 5 miles with a quickness. I can't be do like that. I got to start light. But I've been back out here, these truck stops, and getting out there, and getting out there, getting myself back into the walking thing, so I can spend more time with my wife when I'm home and when we do stuff. But that is the explanation, and people look at it, they wonder, can't stop walking but love mowing. There'll be a part two to this, and I'll explain the other part of that. And I'm that kind of person where you really, because of all the mess I've been through in my life, you really can't make me do nothing. But when it comes to her, all she has to do is ask me, and I'll do it. So, I joke about it, but it helps me to know that there's someone that appreciates me, and that she's, gonna come walking with me. When she walks. She'll leave me in the dust, and I'll be like a lap behind. But I'm still out there, so you know what I mean. But that's where I got the name Can't Stop Walking, because that was my name at first. I added the but Love Mowing later on. That was my name at first. Okay, so I just wanted to give that a quick story. I hope you enjoyed it. Be blessed.